Keisha Shelton.
And this is Kevin Shelton.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
We so whack, fool.
I don't care.
Okay. So
I can tell you what I ordered.
What did you order?
With my Florin Decor points, I ordered a flat screen television.
For what?
To give away at a raffle at an event.
Oh, why you can't put it in the downstairs part of our house? You know that
I could do that
too. I'm just saying, like, save that.
Oh, I mean,
do you have more points? Maybe you can buy another thing.
No, I don't have more points. I'll have more next year.
Oh, so you only got one thing with all those points?
It was like 65,000 points, and I had 67,000 points.
You usually let me take all the points and do what I see
From
fit.
Florin Decor?
But you got a TV, so they must have had other cool things too.
Apple Watches and stuff, you got all that.
Okay, next year.
Don't need nothing.
Next year is mine.
Whatever.
Cool.
You can use my Home Depot points. I got 400 Home Depot points. You want that?
What can you buy
Or
with
$400 in Home Depot bucks.
Ooh.
You don't want nothing from Home Depot. When's the last time you've been out Home Depot?
I'll look on the website and see if there's any cool things that I want. I love shopping with points. Credit card rewards points, Home Depot points, Florin Decor points.
I got 2 gift cards sitting on my desk. You ain't touched them.
You put them on my desk. Speaking of taking and spending, today we'd like to talk about giving yourself wealthy.
So give a disclaimer that you sick because you sound all kind of nasally.
I'm all kind of nasally.
And the board says?
I'm not sick. I have congestion, possibly allergies, Kevin.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, you don't sound like yourself.
Oh, no, I don't sound like myself.
Sounds like COVID to me.
It does not sound like COVID. As a matter of fact, is congestion a symptom of COVID?
Good thing you and Big Bird got your shots.
Who's Big Bird?
From Sesame. Pop culture. It just goes right over your head.
Big Bird got shots. They did that like that was a thing?
Big Bird got his vaccination and there was a whole outcry. You don't watch the news.
Oh.
It was a whole Ted Cruz did a whole thing about why Big Bird getting vaccine.
Oh, no.
Lord.
Current events, miss me there.
Nope.
Sorry. Okay.
Anyway, give yourself wealthy. So, I like this topic. I definitely look forward to speaking about it when you mentioned it. So, what did you have in mind when you brought up this topic?
Several things. So when I think about you giving yourself wealthy, you give of your knowledge, and you give of your time, which I'm working on reducing that gift tremendously, which I've done really well over the course of our marriage.
As far as getting me to give less time to other people.
Yeah. But still very valuable to others and has proved to be very valuable for you as well. And your gift is time. I like to gift myself. I like to gift money.
You give plenty of your time. You're a member of like a lot of different organizations. Maybe I should structure my time in Apron and then you'd let me give my time. No, because you give plenty of time to Junior League. I'm just saying, hours upon hours upon of non-paid time.
So I'm a member of the Junior League of Houston.
And what else?
Impact 100.
And what else?
Alpha Kappa Alpha.
And what else?
That's it.
No, you got you've had a myriad of things over these years. Boards, commissions.
Okay.
Governing bodies. Volunteer efforts, social groups.
In an effort to give myself wealthy, I also give my time to these organizations to create wealth for our family as well through my network. Because if your network is your net worth, I think those are good places to reside.
No, for sure.
But we also make a great impact in what we do as well.
True. And then we do things as a company. We give time, volunteer efforts. We give back to the communities that we work in. We actually just gave for a backpack drive for OBAP. We just gave for a backpack drive for Houston Police Department.
What's OBAP?
OBAP is the Aviation. Hold on. You know what? I'm not even gonna try. OBAP is African American Aviation Organization, but I am going to.
What's the O stand for in OBAP at the front?
Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals.
Did you just? No, I think you just did this.
Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals, and we have given to OBAP for the last 3 years.
Yes. Okay, so OBAP and who else?
Houston Police Department.
Yes.
Impact 100.
Okay, don't count my donations. Count your own donations.
Come out my pocket, boss. Come out my pocket. So YMCA. Greater Houston YMCA. That's all I can think of right now.
Okay, and when we give those donations of time and money, I know my reason. What's your reason?
I think mine's probably much less strategic than yours. Honestly, I just feel blessed, and I feel like it's an obligation to give back to not only the communities we serve, but also the people who live in these communities, right? It's like, if we can give, some money that buys backpacks for aerospace students and aviation students, or buys bikes for kids in Sunnyside, I love that. Like, that's what we do it for. You know what I mean? To make the communities that we're building ultimately whole.
Yeah, so we have a 16-unit development in Sunnyside, South Union, not Sunnyside, in South Union. And we were very intentional about how can we give back to this community while we redevelop it. Yep. And what we find is that a lot of developers will come into underserved communities, extract the value from it, and then leave, right? Yep. And so the taxes go up. The houses are beautiful, but the residents of the neighborhood don't
get no value from it.
Get the value from it, right? And so certainly from a Park Street perspective, we are very intentional about the efforts that we create to give back to the community that we are building in. So not only do we build in those communities, but we serve in those communities as well.
Houston Area Urban League. Forgot about that one.
Yes.
We did stuff with the Urban League.
Yes. You checking off your list like
I'm going through my mental Rolodex. I am.
And anyway, that's a very important part. Giving has always been a part of who I am. My mother is a giver. My father is a pastor of a church, and so we are servants at heart. Growing up with servant leaders in the community, I preferred to serve with my pocketbooks more than I did with my time and efforts. But I think that everybody's role is equally as important, right? And so we need boots on the ground kind of people.
Yep.
And then we also need people in deep pockets to fund the boots on the ground efforts for, nonprofits and or service-based initiatives.
Yep. My mom actually managed, was the leader of the homeless ministry for St. John's Church, where I was raised for almost 20 years. So definitely a lot of give back efforts in that arena. I think from the topic, though, and I want to touch on give yourself wealthy as a kind of broader approach, because it's not just a tangible benefit or an impact to the community. It's actually a wealth building strategy.
Yep.
And one of the things that a lot of the mentors that have taught us was that by opening up your hands and giving, you welcome opportunities and blessings to yourself. And I think the reason that that's such a good strategy is if you give of your talents to the world will give you back what you need, maybe where your talents don't lie. And I know that that's been true for us specifically. Maybe I have an area of expertise that someone else doesn't have. And when I need help in the areas that I don't have expertise in, those people who have skills in those have helped me. So a lot of times we get so stuck on me and mine and holding on to what you got and like, oh, look, this is all I got. And it's like that meme with the teddy bear and Jesus. And the little girl's like, Lord, this is all I have. And he's like, he got this big bear behind his back, but she can't see the bear. And then he's like, give it to me. And she's like, but it's all I got. You have to give kind of everything you have in order to get more. So it's a wealth building strategy.
Yeah. And honestly, it's like basic karma, right? So when you
Put out
put
what you
good
want.
things into the universe, good things come back to you. And so it's always our intention to identify somewhere, something, some initiative to put out something good. When I think about our real estate team, um, which initiatives should we support, as a team? As the end of the year approaches, you'll have lots of organizations saying, "Hey, it's the end of the year, time to make that contribution
Yep.
before the turn of the year. What's going to be our cause?" And so, having a conversation with the members of my team to determine, what do we value, where do we see a great need, and where we want to give back. So, I'm looking forward to making a donation from the Aisha Shelton Realtor team this year as well.
No, for sure. And I think even giving to our teams internally, right? I think there's a lot of areas where um, we diverge from other business owners. We've seen that we give back quite heavily to the people who work with us. And the reason that we do that is not only do we appreciate their sacrifice and their time and their work, but also we want to share everything that God has given us with other people. I think that if we all go forward together, it just helps. So seeing your team grow, and now, not only are we giving from Park Street, but we're giving from the Aisha Shelton Realtor team, and it doubles. And I mean, if you think about it, we gave from one, now we have two, we give from two, now maybe we end up with four or whatever, because it does come back.
Yeah, but that's an interesting point that you make about giving internally as well. We're talking about give yourself wealthy and external sources, but even within our company. And so some of the outpouring of giving that has been seen in the media lately was it Spanx that gave?
Oh yeah, she gave everybody $10,000, 2 round trip tickets to anywhere in the world.
Yeah, first class.
First class. Yep. And that was, I think, because they hit a certain valuation and they got investment or whatever.
Yes.
Or they went public or something.
Yeah. Was it Methodist Hospital? I think it was. Gave $500 gift cards to all of the employees at the hospital, and so it is definitely becoming mainstream.
It's sexy to give.
And I mean, we don't do it because it's mainstream, but it's extremely impactful. And on a lighter note, I saw one of from Galveston, and so I saw another person who works for a different hospital system say, count your days. Count your days, because Methodist is giving $500 HEB gift cards, right? And so, showing people that we appreciate them and putting our money where our mouth is also another good way to give yourself wealthy, because when you give to your people in that way, quite naturally, law of reciprocity, they want to give back. They want to show their appreciation by
What's the oil and gas company gave $100,000 to each?
Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago. He gave I think every employee that had been there over 10 years, down to like the janitor.
Yes.
$100,000. And side note, my father got offered a job by that guy because he did their baseball field. My dad and my uncle did his baseball field in the back of his house in River Oaks, and he offered my dad a job, and he turned it down. This was like 15 years ago. But he was like, man, I should have never turned that job. I was like, it's relative. You can't. But apparently he had been giving for years. So that was the biggest gift that he gave. But he gave $50,000 to each employee at a point. He gave $20,000 at a point. Along the way, the gifts just got bigger.
Yeah. As the company grows, as does the gift. And that's just endearing in itself. Like,
I mean, that's exciting as hell. I think about Park Street hit $100 million. Let's give some gifts. Like,
no, absolutely.
I'm excited about that. Actually, that's like getting my blood boiling.
You ready?
Oh yeah, man. I want to give it away.
Okay, come on. I want to work for Kevin. It's almost bonus time.
Actually, technically, I work for you.
It's almost bonus time, and Kevin's talking about bonus. I'm like, I need to work for you. What am I doing?
You get your bonus. Matter of fact, didn't I just sign a closing statement? I think you just got a bonus.
That's not a bonus. That's operating capital.
I think you just got a bonus right now. It's not a bonus on my bottom line. It's a bill.
It's a bill on your bottom line, and then it's a capital injection into mine.
That was a big K at the back of that. I just know some K's in there.
Well, You know what?
I'm just
It don't
saying.
feel like a bonus. It doesn't feel like my
Look,
boss
and
is giving me.
Thanksgiving coming, you about to get a Black Friday bonus.
What's a Black Friday bonus?
The closing that we about to have right before Black Friday. And then end of the year, hopefully, you know, put a buyer in Charleston, man. Let's bonus out before Christmas.
Y'all, that is not a bonus. That's me working and you paying me for the service that I provide.
Wow.
Okay, so write me a check.
Gifts come in different forms.
Write me a check like you love me.
Didn't I just write you a check for something? No. Okay, I'll write you a check.
All right, appreciate that.
Write you a check. Oh, I just gave you a gift card.
I just gave you a gift
card.
You write me a check, it's called a dividend.
You get dividends.
Okay, so give yourself wealthy because we all off. We talking about
This is fun. We're just talking about giving. I mean, as we go into the holiday season, it always is helpful to be a cheerful giver and have a cheerful heart, especially going into Christmas season. I know this year with shortages everywhere, everybody's kind of looking for what's next. But for us, it's finding ways to be impactful for those around us, the organizations, the communities, the team members around us, and how we can give it away.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I want everybody that's listening to this episode to walk away with is that give with your hands open, right? No matter where you are in your business, always find an opportunity to give, whether that's time or even money, and put it in there strategically. And I'm not saying like a strategic gift at the end of the year. I'm thinking like, how can I gift the people who really impact my business, whether that's your employers or that is contractors that you work with? How can you gift something to them? Because I guarantee you it's going to come back fivefold when you have that kind of heart and you have that kind of mentality. Not specifically, but specifically as a business person, if you open your arms and your hands and share the wealth that you're getting through this business that we're in real estate, it will in turn come back to you.
No, I think it's no better closing than that. So
look at you.
I even let you close. I gave you the gift of closing. Well,
we are getting there.
We are. This has been the Marriage Real Estate Podcast. We out.